Originally, I was planning on posting a Fanny gameplay, but I think I'm just going to show you guys what happened in this game and why we have the video we have today. Anyways, as you guys could have guessed, despite all my efforts, we still somehow lost this game. Which leads us to the gameplay for today, which is about Joy. Now in this game specifically, instead of focusing on Joy, I'm going to be focusing on teaching you guys how to outscale the enemy jungler. Despite the fact that this video is focused on how to farm properly, I'm also going to be teaching you guys how to properly decide when to teamfight, how to decide when to go for objectives, when to prioritize your farm, when to split push and push turrets, etc, etc. In this game, the only one who can really catch me out is Saber. So realistically, the only thing I need to do is be careful of Saber's ulti, and if he uses it, then most likely I will be able to engage and completely destroy the entire enemy team. Always ask your team to leash the buff. They shouldn't be taking the small camp like my Beleric did, but it is what it is. I don't know what Kagura thought she was going to do, considering that her jungler and roam aren't near her. On the other hand, what we need to be looking at now is continuing to just speed farm. We already wasted enough time stopping our farm to get that kill on Kagura. So all we're going to do now is, because we know that Harith rotated top from the fact that he started blue buff because I checked his gold, we can now go and clear the bottom side of the map. And when I clear this bottom side of the map, if I go up and my archer isn't taken, I can have level 5 before taking my next blue buff. In early game, always prio your farm, especially considering that the other team has a way better early game team composition. The only thing that we have on their team is the fact that we have a roamer who is a tank and their roamer is a saber. Besides this, their team has stronger early game to us. For those of you who don't understand why they have a stronger early, well, for starters, Harith is stronger at level 4 than Joy, Kagura is stronger at level 4 than Sicilian, and so is Saber than Beleric. Now obviously Beleric can taunt and stuff, but for me it is a problem knowing that Saber is going to be targeting me. As well as the fact that they do have a CC, so if I do happen to get linked by CC and ulted by Saber, there is no chance of me surviving. Honestly, I don't mind giving first turtle, as long as our team is a scaling team composition, which means that it's not really worth it for us to fight objectives, and as long as I'm able to get all of my jungle camps and maybe steal some of the enemies, then I do not mind giving a turtle. Because in solo queue, duo queue, trio queue specifically, you need to prioritize your own farm. Honestly, you cannot really give too many shits about your team. You need to be focusing on farming yourself up. So coming into mid lane, getting these 2 free kills on Kagura, and being able to clear my jungle means that for me, personally, it does not matter that we gave a turtle. The main factor I want you guys to understand when you want to outscale the enemy jungler is to prioritize your farm. The faster you kill a buff, the faster it respawns. You might be able to get 2 or 3 more buffs than the enemy jungler by the 10-minute mark just based on when you decided to clear. And because of that simple fact alone, you need to be clearing your buffs ASAP. You can see that even though I waste a bit of time in mid lane, I'm already going back down and already am about to do my bottom side jungle. Which means that now we are level 8 by the 4-minute mark, which is definitely a good pace considering that we gave the first turtle. Now, since I am a level 8 Joy, I know that I am stronger than Harith at this moment in time. The fact that I'm also 3-0 and 2 means that I have much more gold than him and the ability to do way more damage, which is why we forced that turtle contest, because now we can actually win them. You need to understand how your team is farming. If you see that your Sicilian, who is a mage, is underfarmed, you know that his impact in a fight is going to be much worse than their Kaguras, so you need to be considering your teammates when you want to contest objectives. And let's say, for example, I don't go for this turtle. Well, you might be asking me, what can I do instead that can benefit me and benefit my team on the map? Well, I'm going to tell you guys, it's what I'm doing right now, which is going to be split pushing top lane. Now, even though the entire enemy team benefits from getting a turtle, you pushing top lane and taking potentially the enemy's buffs gives you way more gold and experience than a turtle. Now, even though I didn't get the turret, I pretty much got a full wave and also managed to get a kill onto Granger. And now, because I recalled, we're able to also come back in time to get a free kill onto CC as well. This is a really good trade for me. You can see how I managed to farm myself back that advantage that I gave them for getting the turtle. And this is what people mostly make mistakes out of. They might try to fight the turtle and lose the fight, or they will not trade something somewhere else in the map which would benefit their team. Now, since I have the farm gap, I'm really not scared. The only issue is that my entire team is top lane and I wasn't paying attention to the map. Tell me what you guys think I could have done differently here. Now, to answer your question, I should have went into the bush on the bottom right and hid, and potentially just came out for a little quick retry steal and to back out. There's nothing else that I can do. And after reviewing this, even though I'm blaming my team, which it is technically their fault, they should have been at the turtle, I'm the one who forced the turtle, so in the end, it is my fault. Honestly, don't be scared to push minions. Like, push waves, force them to clear, etc, etc. On the other hand, like, you get so much gold from clearing minions, just keep split pushing. Like here, I'm gonna recall, and then I'm gonna go either to top lane or to mid lane to clear. Since Saber ulted Moskov, it just made it really easy for us to clean up there, because they have absolutely nobody on their team who can stop me. So now we get a free Lord, hopefully my team pushes mid, and it would be the best thing for Moskov to push top lane now. When you have Lord, your rule number 1 should be to not die. Our Moskov and our Gato ended up getting picked off before this Lord, so now it is a 3v5 Lord. It is going to be very difficult for us to push as much as we possibly could have. Since I have 5 levels on Saber, and I also have Blood Wings, I'm literally not worried about his damage whatsoever. I honestly thought that my second dash had enough damage to kill him. I trolled here. Overall though, because Saber ulted me, Moskov was able to push top in mid lane. So, it still worked out, despite the fact that I trolled miserably. We're lucky that Moskov made up for it. Mid lane turret is worth more than your life. Never give it for free. Unfortunately, if I just had something like a concentrated energy here, I would have survived this play. But doesn't matter because we defended mid lane. Once you give this turret, it gives the enemy way too much space to work with, so always defend mid lane. You can see that top lane is pushed, but I promise you, just because we have mid lane, they cannot push as much as they would want to. They cannot take nearly as much space as they possibly could. So always prio defend mid lane. Here I pinged to attack and Belleric just went to attack minions. I don't know why he didn't just walk up and put pressure onto Granger as well, like we could have killed both of them. I was also doing too much here. Realistically, this Lord was terrible, we didn't even get bottom lane, so we literally profited absolutely nothing. Hopefully with this Lord we'll actually be able to end the game. Since now we have enhanced minions on 2 lanes, it should be a little bit easier. Honestly, Sicilian catching out that Granger just started the snowball of their loss. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a thing or two. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments down below, and please let me know what kind of guides you want me to make next. I'll see you all in the next one.